This is The Poddy with Serene and Pearl. Get it right, Poddy.
Hey, it's a Trim Healthy podcast, and today we're talking about how nothing is as filthy as oral things. Even the word oral.
We were just saying,
Really gross.
this is not our
Sorry.
meat. I have some meat, but Danny was just saying that he just visited the doctor and he, what do you say? No, the dental doctor.
The dentist.
Yeah.
The dental.
You forgot
I
what
visit the oral doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, they're called dentists. Yeah.
But they do actually, they are a doctor of dentistry, aren't they?
Do they have their
Danny
doctorate?
had said, it started
Yeah.
by saying Danny had said he hadn't brushed his teeth yet today, which is really
we were
gross.
so grossed
Why
out.
are you
Tut.
telling the people?
And then,
Hey, it's your sin that's
and then
finding
he
you
said,
out.
yeah, I went to the dentist the other day and I hadn't been in 3 years. Two things he admitted to us, which are gross. And they, what they say to you, Danny? You announced it to them.
Well,
all
I
proud.
announced it because I was like, look how long I can go, and not need, professional intervention or whatever. Like I have good teeth.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I haven't been in 3 years. And she goes, we can tell.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time for the banter, the part you hate, but we love. And then she proceeded to drill a cavity out of my mouth. So I lost all my arrogance about good teeth.
I don't know. I get my teeth cleaned 3 times a year because this place that I go to, it's kind of, I live out in the woods in a non-affluent area, but where I go for my teeth is an affluent area. People do things extra there. And they rate your teeth as they clean them. And it's like self-humiliation.
Like that one's an F, that one's
You
an F,
just
that
don't
one's a
want to
dud.
hear the number 4. And the whole time my whole body's clenching in case she's going to do a 4. And then I'm like, if she says a 4 ever, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I should have flossed more. I just want to repent.
Personal.
And
She's the Lord.
and then I think to myself the whole time I'm self-talking my way through it. And we've probably got like dental hygienists listening to us right now. I don't know how you do your job.
Yeah.
Like, how do you stay happy?
The mouth has to be the grossest thing. When you open your mouth, there's a lot of gross in there, right?
Yeah.
When
Like
you-
if you get into dentistry, I think you imagine like models and you're just like, so what do you do? Oh, what projects are you working on? And instead it's just like,
But you have to be a certain person, like a gifting, like a nurse. Like, I think God gifted nurses
Yeah, they're
with
special
giftings.
people.
And this lady who cleans my teeth, no, she's lovely. She knows about my life and asks me, but I feel sorry for her and
Yeah.
me at the same
They
time.
wear
Like
masks.
little bits of tartar are coming off of your mouth, and little crumbs that are like flying off outside of their mouth,
Gross.
Tonsil
and
stones.
getting on her glove.
People tune into this party and now they want to tune out. But I want to ask you, dental hygienists, how do you live life? Like, how do you go home and be happy when all you did was take off grossness?
Hey, do you ever
Someone's
you ever see
mouth.
your,
Well, they
your
studied well and they're well paid. So
do you ever like see your mouth butter hit their glasses?
No,
Oh man.
stop
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
I
then
wanna
you
throw up.
feel like a real peasant.
How many people did we lose?
well, we are trying to cull the herd. So.
I have got a really good story.
We
that-
only want the true lovers. You know how the Bible says, don't be lukewarm.
Yeah.
You either, love me or hate me.
That what we said today would have even turned me off my own potty.
I just want to go home.
It's kind of like this happened to me a few weeks back when my husband and I were on our cruise, and I wrote it down in my notes to bring to the potty, and it just forgot until this morning when I was looking through notes to write something down for the potty, and I saw it. I'm like, why did I not bring this? So
Is it fantastic?
it jolly well is.
Is it going to undo all of the yucky teeth stuff we talked about?
I hope so.
Your teeth are looking white, by the way.
Thank
What
you.
crest strips do you use?
Oh, well,
That
I
you
do
answered the
use, it may not, I don't know how puristy or non-puristy it is, but they do work for me. I've tried so many like charcoal toothpaste.
Oh, charcoal toothpaste
This,
makes
that,
mine
the
black.
other. People
Like
say
stave.
eat strawberries, rub strawberries on your teeth. I drink coffee, my teeth were yellow. So every like 3 years, you should do it more.
Yeah.
But I do get the crest strips. Now it's hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide has a lot of healing things for the body. I don't know what else is in there. I don't look at the ingredients because I need white teeth.
But Crest
Yeah,
White
but
Strips is
Will
your
you send me
Yeah.
a link
Yeah.
to your phone? Will you send me the link? Because I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
Your teeth
I'm
look
not
good.
necessarily endorsing it, but I'm halfway through. I've got like half the packet to go and they're whitening up.
The meat! When we really get down to business. But don't hate us for the rabbit trails.
All right, people. My husband and I got off the ship and we went on this excursion where you go up to the top of this kind of mountain. You take up this, what do you call it?
I don't know how to
Caboose
picture
ride.
this. It's a mountain or it's not
What
a
are
mountain.
those
It's a
things
kind of
called where you
mountain.
go up, you enter
Trolley?
a little box, no? And it swings you up on the...
Trolley.
It's not a trolley, Danny. Tram?
Um,
Thank you.
Okay.
Is it a tram?
But you go up the side of
Look this up.
the cliff face, right? It's pulling you up. Yes. Up the top is a fort.
You're just making up words.
But up the top live several hundred monkeys.
I didn't expect you to say that.
Yes. This is a story about monkeys. So, as we were getting up there, I was very excited for these monkeys because I find monkeys very fascinating.
It's not a tram, guys.
Are we bringing the meat today?
Yeah, trust me, the meat
Okay.
is coming. Okay, what is it called? Danny?
He just doesn't want any other man in the room to be right.
It's just not. A tram is
No,
like
it's not
a
a
trolley
tram.
on the car. On
It's called a something.
the
Get it. And then-
mountain cable car.
Yeah, it's a
Cable
cable
car.
car.
You were wrong.
But actually, there's a better word for
Cable
it. but
car
it's-
is
A
the
cable
way.
car goes up. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or a gondola
That's
lift.
it. Yeah, one of those.
They're also called tramways.
All right,
Oh,
JD.
he was right. We
or
give it to you.
or a funicular.
Okay, so
You were on the funicular.
we're getting up there, and I'm very excited to see these monkeys because guess why I like monkeys?
Tell
I love
us.
to see. This is not part of the meat, but why I like monkeys is I like.
The little bums.
I was going to say that they really show their bums.
I can't stand a monkey.
They really show their bums,
They're vile.
and they're not ashamed.
As
And
if that
their
was my
little-
grandfather.
And their little monkeys hang off them and suck up the titties. The little monkeys suck up. That's not what he laughed. I love to see it.
How they're not ashamed. That lack of shame. That part I do like.
It's just great. They're kind of like humans, but they're not. And they have furry
Right.
bums, and they show their bums.
They're who we want to be.
Oh my goodness! From the teeth to the bums to the titties of the monkey.
She loves every piece of the monkey.
You're just gross. I love you though.
I
No one
know.
else will.
But I think people secretly like it too.
I mean, I like that unabashed, no shame part, but everything else I despise.
Okay, monkeys fight. Okay, but anyway, when we got up to the top, and there's families of monkeys living up here, the tour guide said to us a word, and he said, "Please listen to me. Do not feed the monkeys
No.
any human food." He said they want sugar. But if they take any of your sugary drinks and they will try to find them, any of your sugary, if you have candy,
Yeah.
put it in another plastic bag. Do not have it open. He said, and this is so hilarious. He said, the monkeys don't understand that it's bad for them. They don't understand. I thought, well, oh, just like humans don't understand. We've got sugar in our packs that we're supposed to hide from the
Yeah,
monkeys
but they
because
should be saying there's children. Don't feed the
Yes.
candy to the children. Put them in your packs.
They don't
Tight.
understand that
But
they're
then
bad for
the
them.
banks are giving out.
Yeah, but then this is what happened. The tour guide, who was a real kind of, a person that cared about wildlife and nature and the creeping things on the earth, said,
Okay, King James.
said, our monkeys do not have as long a lifespan when they grab the sugar and they eat them.
No.
And I'm just like, ping, ping in my head.
course.
And everyone just starts. So this is what happened.
So they're like, quick, let's eat our sugar.
No,
before
yeah. Some of them started eating it, and some of them started wrapping it tighter, finding other ways, zipping up their bags. But I was thinking, but no one's getting the point here. Hold on. It kills people in the long run.
Yes.
Their lives are shorter. The monkeys' lives are shorter. And then the addiction these monkeys have, and we saw it, something happen.
What?
So we were walking around.
They go bananas.
And someone had everyone had zipped up, but someone went into the little cafeteria, brought out a bag and didn't put it in their backpack, and in it was candy.
Busted.
The monkey
Yeah.
smelt it and leaped onto the bag.
With his bare bum.
Bare bum. Oh, you saw that pink bum.
Babies fell off. The
Pulled
titty.
it. We heard a scream, and I'm looking over. The monkey had pulled the bag, and before anyone could even like wink, the monkey had this package open and was stuffing the candy into its face just so fast.
Shot on sight.
And like people are almost screaming, like, because she tried to get her bag back, and the monkey was hissing and doing all sorts of aggressive things. So
Yeah.
the wildlife
Have
person.
you seen children aggressive for sugar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The wildlife person came. She had to go to a special bag, and she has a snake. Not a real snake, but something that looks like a snake, a fake
And it
snake.
scares the
And she goes up
monkeys.
to it, and she's saying, "Sss," and the monkey is terrified of the snake.
Have you
let the
ever
candy
heard that
go.
story? That saying, who stole the broccoli from the broccoli plate?
No.
No, but who stole the cookie? Sugar makes children sinful,
All right, yeah.
right? It makes you lie and it makes you steal and cheat.
Oh,
But
who
I was
stole the
just,
broccoli?
it was such a visual and auditory, real life example of what's happening in this world.
But you
All
said
the-
no one got it.
Oh no! This woman went into the cafeteria and bought candy while she was there, and we've just been told
That the monkey will go
The m-
bananas.
the monkey will go
And
bananas,
die a
but
short life.
not only that, will not live as long.
Dude, I was in El Salvador, and there was this god awful monkey in the middle of the town, and it was in a cage. It wasn't a town. It was something like a town. It's hard to explain, you know. It's a village or something, and they're just keeping this monkey like a pet.
How come you and Pearl so interesting? She said kind of a mountain, and you're like, it's not a town. It was like kind of a. It
We're
was
the
like
best
a,
hosts
a
in the
sort
world.
of town.
We are engaging our audience.
Oh, we're very engaging. We're media trained, if you will. And this monkey is in the middle of this village, and they're like, don't go near the cage, because this monkey, of course, is a psychopath.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shoot the monkey. Like, why does the whole village have to redesign its whole existence around this psychotic creature? And it was a psycho. Anyone even close to it, it would just reach its arm out and just be like, yeah, yeah, and like reach for him and just look and scream. And it was just looking all around. I mean, it was just out of its
It was
mind.
possessed.
I underestimated how far he could reach.
Ooh.
And I was kind of like talking to somebody. I kind of like backed up, and it grabs my jacket
Oh my goodness.
and just yanked me. And I was like,
Ah.
because I thought this thing was maybe as strong as a dog or something,
Yeah.
you know? So I thought even if I get too close, I mean, I'll just, get away from the monkey. But they're stronger than you.
Yeah.
They're way stronger than they look. I think it's 7 times
Wow.
whatever their muscle is. If it's the same size as your arm,
Yeah.
it's 7 times stronger than you
Wow.
because their muscles have a tighter knit. This thing yanked me over to the cage, and I was just like, I'm dead. It's gonna like rip my arm off, rip my hair out or something. And never did I want to kill a creature.
But did it take your jacket off, or how'd you get away?
No, I was trying to get my jacket,
Yeah.
and you know, part of me felt bad because it's like, you know, he's crazy because he's in this cage.
So this story is just about a crazy monkey. It's not necessarily bringing the point home.
I don't have anything.
Okay, I really thought we were going for a point.
The quarter of a person we had left just left. It was good though. I really enjoyed the description of the crazy monkey.
The point is that monkeys suck.
I know.
They suck.
She loves their little bare bums. She
Yeah,
loves
I love the bear
monkeys.
bums.
They're horrible. They're horrible.
I was just
horrible creatures.
thinking about it on that tram ride, gondola ride, cable car ride home.
The corniculus, whatever.
And
it
I
was
even
called.
told my husband,
Caligula.
I told Charlie, I'm like, did you hear what she said about the sugar and the monkeys? And I was like, I really want
'Cause he has a sugar addiction.
Yeah.
On his trips.
On his
Oh.
trips, he does. No, but
The
I
monkey?
didn't want it to be a nagging. I was just trying to, you know, I was making him be serene. I was like, you know, sometimes I want to talk to my
Yeah.
husband like he's serene. I knew he wouldn't respond that well for this subject.
Yeah, my
I
wife
would've
tries to do me
responded
like
so
that.
amazingly. You know, I
Yeah,
would have.
we would have like chatted about all the way with
Yeah.
intensity because I was thinking our culture, our thinking is so blasé about this. But I just saw this in real life. What a sugar addiction is really like. And and kind of when it's that it's we had the author of the 30 Days of Sugar Free. What's that book called? The 30-Day Sugar Fast.
Aren't we? We're great.
Yeah,
Wendy
Speak.
Yes.
And she's talking about what happens when women fast from sugar and their countenance changes.
Yeah.
They find more peace.
Yeah.
They have less aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's very strong. And I'm not sitting here saying another no sugar shall ever pass your lips, because God created the sugar cane, right? And in its whole food form,
but
it's probably fine.
The form that it's in, candy and half the foods in this, sad American diet, it's not like the sugarcane form with the nutrients in it and the fiber in it. It's in drug-like form.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something for you on sugar right here, right now.
He's trying to,
Redeem himself.
redeem.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to tie in the point. I should use ChatGPT to like tie in my monkey point. I'm going to do it before this is over.
Okay, yeah.
From a neuroscience and behavioral standpoint, there are legitimate parallels between sugar and hard drugs. Sugar stimulates the brain's dopamine system, the same system activated by drugs like cocaine, heroin, and nicotine. Studies show that rats will binge on sugar when given intermittent access and display craving, withdrawal, and cross-sensitization, which means being more sensitive to other drugs after sugar. So sugar messes with your tolerance and abilities to handle other things that are not sugar.
Right.
It's interrupting your whole system. People develop compulsive behavior habits around sugar.
Yeah.
Do you know sugar causes divorce?
Oh, I agree.
Sugar, I don't want to say.
We need to talk.
We do? Not on this podcast?
No, we need to. You talking to me at the airport about the family and the sugar?
Yeah, remind me about that. Oh, yes. I've got another
After
story
Dan,
to tell.
she's got another story.
Yeah,
Go, Dan, you're halfway
judgmental,
redeemed.
though. It's sad.
We'll have ruined the podcast anyway, so.
Okay.
The studies are clear, though. Sugar behaves very much like a hard drug in the brain.
Yeah, and that's what these monkeys were behaving like. And I'm thinking, they were very aggressive around the sugar and everyone was forewarned, but it's because these monkeys are getting it quite often. That's why they had to do this big warning to us, because it was happening over and over again. And it happened while I was up there. This snake was part of her routine. It probably happens every time they take a tour up there.
They've been introduced to the drug.
Yeah, introduced to the drug. And they probably get some every time a crowd goes up.
Yeah,
and
which is quite often.
Yeah, it's multiple times a day. They packed us in this thing, and the group of like 25 of us went up. They keep going down.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure it's happening a lot.
Yeah.
And they're trying to rein it back somewhat with
They're
their
trying to save the
stern
monkeys,
warning.
But
Yeah,
everybody's more interested in saving the whales than saving the monkeys.
I had a friend who had a shirt that said "Save the Humans." Hey, listen to this. In controlled studies, when monkeys are given access to sugary substances, they go absolutely feral.
Okay. Yeah.
Not just excited.
Okay, that's what it was.
Obsessed.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll fight each other, abandon social bonding, hoard the sugar.
That's that divorce thing, abandoned social bonding.
And even bypass nutritious food just to get another hit.
Yeah.
Some monkeys.
Sounds like humans.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Some monkeys have been observed pressing a lever thousands of times a day to get sugar water, more than they do for cocaine in comparable studies.
Wow.
Now pause to think about that, Danny. These aren't broken animals. They're not traumatized or raised in chaos. They're just acting out what their brains, like ours, are wired to do when confronted with a concentrated dopamine-spiking substance their biology never evolved to handle in such abundance.
No, because these monkeys were nice. You could get very close to them, taking pictures. It was only this change around sugar. And, we're saying, and listeners might think, well, hold on, I eat sugar. I'm not divorced. I don't go feral. I'm not yelling at my kids and throwing books across the room. Sure enough.
Well, you also have some human constraints too
Yeah.
to try and dampen some of that. But are you having mood swings that you're having to control inside of yourself?
But, and we all have like a certain
Exhaustion.
tolerance too. Like I can drink a glass of wine. Some people cannot.
Right.
Because of the brain, the wires. Some people, sugar hits them in a different way as well. And that doesn't mean for those of us who it doesn't do that to, that we have a lifestyle of sugar. Because why? Well, it changes our very DNA.
Right.
It changes our immune
pancreas,
system.
right.
It pulls down our gut. So there's all those other things. It's not just this emotional acting
And causes
out
insulin
thing.
resistance. So yes.
Because you
exactly.
might not get that, but those other things you will.
You're going to get something.
Yeah.
Now, gals, I want you to fast forward to a human child with a Capri Sun and a pack of fruit gushers.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
We laugh when kids bounce off the walls after sugar. We call it a sugar rush. But what if it's not just a temporary energy spike? What if it's the earliest sign of a brain being rewired to need something it was never meant to experience in such extreme doses? We've civilized ourselves out of crack dens, but we've built sugar playgrounds in every checkout aisle, every school lunchroom, and every holiday tradition. And our brains, just like those monkeys, are being hijacked.
Was that
That's so
a
true.
merging of AI and Danny?
Yeah, I said.
Yeah, you just told it what
You
to
were
do.
the master and
you
the
should claim it.
composer.
Yeah, I composed. I just had someone else handle the grunt work of
Yeah.
writing. But I said, I want you to make a point about how monkeys go psycho over sugar and relate it to our discussion.
Yeah, thanks. Because, I hadn't done the prep work for the party. So we kind of prep as we go.
No,
here.
but you have this this other story, and it was very
it
intriguing
could come
to me.
across as
But you are a little
judgmental.
judgmental, not towards normal people, but
Towards the great unwashed.
not towards normal situations, but around.
No, Serene, I feel like it is judgmental because it's normal. It's not normal to me, and it's not normal to the people
Are
who
you out
have
here being
changed,
judgy?
who have changed their approach, and now they look back at it. They probably think it's not normal. Just like when you got
So
a
you're
grocery
saying
cart.
this judgment is needed.
Yeah, a little bit for us all to judge ourselves. But
Mm-hmm.
just like, okay, when you go to the grocery
Let's
store,
call it discernment.
okay, you go to the grocery store, you not yet you put yourself on a path to health. So the things in your cart, you're not even really thinking them as fuel, as protein, carbs, or what it does for your body. It's just, oh, I like that brand of hamburger helper, whatever,
Yeah.
mac and cheese. Let me put it in.
Oh, get those cookies this time because we got those ones last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
know what I
about-
did like a moron the other day? Had a little bite of Nutella. You know what
Yeah,
Nutella is?
yeah.
And I said out loud, this is good. And then I was like, no, it's just sugar. It's nothing special. This is no one has like crafted something good. It's sugar. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before that, and then you learn
Thank
like
you for the offering.
yeah, you learn what your body needs,
Yeah.
and then your whole cart experience changes.
Yes.
And then you can get cart
You
pride.
should I've got to put certain proteins in this cart. I've got to put certain greens
Yeah.
in this cart.
Cart
I've got to
pride.
get gentle carbs in this cart.
Oh, I do it. Let me put one head of lettuce in my
I
cart.
need some phytonutrients. I need some colors.
Do you feel cart pride when you go to the grocery store? Let's just say you're going not in an affluent area where people care a little bit more about health. If you're going
I have
in
refrigerator pride. And my fridge is so disgustingly messy. But do you know what the pride is? I imagine, how I've talked about imaginations before. This is when it gets bad. I have imagined that when I leave the house, some visitor has come in and just thinks, well, I'll just look in the fridge. And
So
and-
spaz out.
and they look at the fridge and they
That's
know
your
the type
fantasy?
of person I am. They see the greens, they see the supplements, they see the raw milk, and they see the little goobly kefir grains.
I've never
They
imagined that,
see
but when
all
I
of it,
go
and they're like, this lady is worthy
when
of applaud,
when I do go to
of fridge applaud.
when I do go to the checkout,
a fraplod.
because if you go at Dixon, Tennessee Walmart,
Oh yeah, that's where we feel our
You will
esteem rise.
stand out, and you will have to fight the pride.
Yes.
because you shall have a fall.
Yes.
You fall, you're probably fall in a puddle on the way to your car, but in front of you, the cart is filled with soda, potato chips, and white bread.
No. Not only filled with soda, they've also got soda on the whole entire perimeter. You know how
Yes.
they hang it?
Hang it on the sides.
Hanging
of the
on the
cart.
sides, yes.
It's everything that is not food, and it's all in packets. Then I step up.
You step.
And the lady,
Ah!
they step out, and the lady who's ringing it up has to ask what a carrot is. Or what is this? And they're looking through the vegetable list.
Yeah, but you can see people looking at it.
I've seen these in my history.
And one
in
of
the
my
encyclopedia.
one of my best days where it was one of the ladies did comment. She's like, "You must eat so healthy." She said, "That's why you look healthy." And I was like, puffing up with pride.
Just inflation.
Yes. Anyway, and then behind you, you got the same stuff.
Poddy of
Yeah, this is a bad Poddy.
So dark shadow side.
So on the
so bad, and we've kept it up.
Let's go for it. So you see the gorgeous blueberries and the green salad and the fresh proteins. Like, they don't think, this is another of my fantasies, they're thinking in their head, the checkout lady, well, she's not vegan, but she eats meat too. I wonder if that's healthy meat. Oh, it is healthy meat.
You've imagined her whole food
Yes.
processes.
Yeah. Oh, I get dark too.
And then, you've got some sprouted Ezekiel bread. You've got no junk. It's just all beautiful, health-building food, and you just stare at it. I just could just.
Do you know what my grocery store checkout people say in their heads?
What?
They say, "Oh, he must be an actor."
Yeah.
They say that's why they look so good.
Yeah.
He must be. Look at these choices.
Yes.
You're not even talking about the story.
Okay, but I had to lead up to that to share some of my other pride stuff. And I actually have asked God to not let me be too prideful, but I want to continue purchasing that stuff.
Hey, at my particular grocery store,
There's only another. Oh, sorry.
just to keep me humble, on the way out, the managers, they're behind the mirrored glass.
Yeah.
On the way out is that mirror.
Yes.
and as the thought is still fresh in my head of how I must be attractive, I catch myself in that mirror, and there is like a Nosferatu. Compared to like what was in my head, there's this creature looking back at me just...
So true. Okay.
And I shriek out of the store. Like, I leave the store and if there's any female, she could be 90 years old. I'm like hiding. I'm just like, I just become like the most miserable like mole rat.
That's full of, and you know that the pride has made you so gross.
Oh, it's the fall.
It's so true, because I was doing this last time, just looking at, just letting anyone want to look at my grocery haul that walked past. And then,
Behold!
and then I walked past with my perfect grocery cart, walking with my shoulders back because I have such good posture and I work my muscles.
Yeah.
And then I saw the security video cam of me walking. And I was looking like, ooh. Like I had hanging like weird selfie face, and I was walking so puffed up. My shoulders were so bad. I don't know what. I don't know if those cameras are cursed or what.
Not the posture you had imagined.
For full disclosure, see, this Poddy's already in the tankers. For full disclosure, because we're probably going to wipe it, not put it out. For full disclosure, Pearl has another area of pride. I have to say, yes. But whenever we go on plane trips, because her husband is 15 years older than her, and he likes to travel in comfort at that age, it's a Charlie Straight Pants thing to do. So they upgrade to business class or firsties. And so whenever she passes the first class, when she
Serene.
travels with me for work, which is always in the plebeian seats at the back, she's always really slow in walking there, like just really trying to tell the people with her
They need to
facial
know.
features that I'm one of
Yeah.
you.
I give them a special better look on the face.
Like, I'm usually one of you, and I really am
Hey,
one
do you
of
tighten
you.
the lippin'?
But I'm just doing one of these for the team, for my sister.
Yeah,
So she has
yeah.
a friend. Well, we just traveled, right? And we were traveling in the plebeian seats, and she walked wistfully past the first class. And she had brought herself a little salad. Right? She thought she was too good for the plebeians, right? She was meant for the civilized upper class. Well, she was back and she decides to eat her salad. And little does she realize that the dressing had dripped all the way through her handbag, through the plastic bag, dripping all over her.
Yeah.
She's having to hold it in the aisle while it's dripping. And she asks the attendant for help, and the attendant doesn't know how to help her
He doesn't
properly.
want to help me because I'm
It's
a
a
plebeian.
fiasco.
You're a
So
plebeian.
she has to hold her salad like this.
I wasn't used to it because usually in first class they will do somersaults to help you, but this guy was like, no, I'll have to sit down, maybe later, And so I had to hold. It wasn't even normal dressing. The cucumbers had made its own big marinade, and there was a hole in the bag. And so I'm holding this, and the dressing's coming down.
Yes,
my arm.
And then I said, well, you just better get digging in to eat it. So she gets a fork, everything's dripping down her arm. It's still in this kind of bag. She's trying to collect a piece of
It was so
of
humbling.
lettuce on her fork.
When I ride in the, I never have ever ridden first
And everybody
class.
else who was in the plebeians, they knew just what to do. They had their normal little snack, and they all had their computers out, and they were all civilized, and she was the only
I was the
mongrel.
gross, foul mongrel.
You were.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm in the plebeian seat, I mean, they treat you like you're a bus passenger in Istanbul back there. Like it used to be, flying used to be classy.
used to be
Or
regal.
you're all being transported from one prison to another.
Like it's a prison transport. It's like I'm flying, and my attitude is always like I'm flying, like I'm not driving. I'm doing the rich guy thing.
Yeah,
and
but it's not rich guy anymore.
not at all. You're just a bus passenger. The first I walked past first class one time, and I could tell there was I could sense a little first class pride from the group.
Oh, it happened.
Yeah, I walked past, and they had they were already boarded.
They
of
were already
course.
changing the world on their computers.
They were changing the world,
They're
and one of them
working.
had an actual newspaper.
Yeah.
He had an actual newspaper, and I remember he lowered it and looked at me from the newspaper, and I looked at him back. I said, "Just don't." And then I walked.
Do you know what
You
I
actually
tried
said
to
it?
do though?
Yeah, I said, "Just don't."
When I'm traveling with my husband, who he decided he won't do plebeian, he won't expose himself to just hardship like that if he doesn't have to. So I try to say, well, I'm up here. I don't really feel like I deserve it. So I'm going to really give people kind smiles. And so they won't think that I'm that person. So sometimes I really try to engage and give micro moments of love. Like, I'm really not proudful up here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of one of you, but just slightly better.
Yeah, I've already thought of when I do ride first class.
Yeah.
I already thought of who I'm gonna be,
Yeah?
and I'm gonna be drugged out rock star.
Oh, yeah, you're just going to do... Yeah, because there's
With
always
headphones.
two of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
Two, only two.
That way, I'm not saying it's like I'm not gonna look at them.
No.
And be like, oh, I'm going to talk to you because I'm going to condescend to all
No,
you as you
no.
pass. Nor am I going to read my paper and
You just-
be that guy. So drugged out rock star?
Yeah, with your sunglasses.
Yeah,
on.
and I'm just gonna, headphones on, sunglasses off, and asleep.
I think
Because
that's
there's
why
no
they do it.
pride involved in that.
You get to
scenario. I
skip
think
the whole
that
thing.
You just, your brain's gone.
Okay, I'm going to
So-
get to my story where we lose everybody.
Yeah.
But maybe it should be said. Maybe it's time.
No, we've already lost everyone. We might lose our workers now. We might come in next week. There's no one to press play.
We're all figuring it out.
I could tell Serene these things, and then Serene makes me share
Because
them with the world.
they're great little snippets of insight.
Yeah, so my husband, Charlie Straight Pants, he plays these golf tournaments. So sometimes we fly and sometimes we drove. We drove to this little gem 5 hours away. It's called French Lick, Indiana. I didn't know this place existed. Have you been there, Chitty? Okay, so it's this little historic town that you don't realize it's kind of like super hilly and super quaint. It's in Indiana, and there's these historic hotels, two gorgeous historic hotels that were built in the 1800s.
Wow.
And they're still going.
Who knew?
And all these families come, and there's beautiful golf courses all around. So now a lot of golfers come in, and they've made it a destination. But anyway, there's two hotels. I guess we stayed at the one that was for the families. The other one we went to, we were like, oh, next time I'm going to stay at the other one because it's a little more elegant.
Because you're not a family.
No, we're not a family anymore. We're just a couple. So while my husband went and played his golf, I was just alone for breakfast. And so the only breakfast at this one was like a buffet. And it's kind of like a buffet on a ship. And there's a lot of children, a lot of families there. And I was just had no pressing things, able to sit, enjoy my food, and just people watch. And I sat
people
next to this
watching.
couple.
The best.
And I was intrigued, and I felt grief, and I felt a little bit of horror. And I was trying not to feel judgy because these were kind, loving, lovely people. You could tell they were good people.
Yeah.
They actually prayed before their meal. I was sitting there, they came, they prayed. And then they came with their first plates. Now, there was no major obesity. They were probably in their late 30s. Maybe they were having like a lovely weekend together. There was, they look like they're on their road to major type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance or something. But there was no like, this person's 400 pounds,
No,
and
but
can't
they
walk.
were, what, 50 pounds over?
Probably 50 to 60 to their healthiest weights, And they came with their first plate and they just started talking about the food. Now, mind you, the food is a buffet and it wasn't that fantastic. But it was the amounts and the different variety. And so the first plate they got was, waffles and biscuits and gravies. And they poured all their syrup. They both enjoyed that. We're talking about it, Then they went back and got their second stacked full plate. Consumed that. Kept talking about, oh, you got that? Okay, I want to try that next time. Came back, got their third stacked full mounded plate. By this time, I'd kind of finished my meal. But I really thought to myself, I'm not sure how a body can handle that much sugar, fuel, and refined flour. And I was worried for them. But it kept going into the mouth.
And the reason is because the sugars and those kind of foods without adequate fiber and everything is turning off signals.
Yeah.
And turning on other signals, craving signals, signals that aren't even meant to go off.
I think so. And it does sound judgmental, like those people just shoving food in their mouth. But I thought to myself, what is happening here? They don't know it. They're lovely Christian people. And this food is their vice and their drug. And it's sanctioned. It's absolutely sanctioned by what we term Christianity. It's not looked down on. I had a lovely breakfast. You enjoy that breakfast, Brother Joe? I had a great breakfast, Sister Pam.
Yeah. But even with something like wine, right?
Yeah.
Oh, a glass is sanctioned for some believers. But you're not going to sit there for 4.
You're not going to drink more than a bottle because you will be. That's not done.
But indulgence in food is sanctioned Christianity.
Yeah.
It's like, what's wrong with having 4 plates? Good on you, Brother Joe.
Yeah. And so I just started to think, hold on, this is totally a drug. This is heroin right now. And the abuse it is causing in their bodies is happening. This is real time. What I'm seeing right now, and they don't know. It wasn't. I was just seeing it, and I thought there is an epidemic of obesity and type 2 diabetes in our modern society, and I was just sawing it play out. I guess
you're sawing
it.
Yeah.
I was seeing it play out.
But they wonder, like, I just found out in my latest blood work that I have insulin resistance. Oh, wow, what a shock. The road towards that insulin resistance was paved with pats on the back. And like, this is how we bond in our marriage. That was the other thing you were saying, it was their
bonding.
It was their bonding. It's like instead of almost electric chemistry, sometimes you have a little breakfast with your spouse, you've gone on a holiday and there's a lot of maybe staring into each other's eyes, intimate conversation. The conversation also was only on what food they should try, haven't tried yet.
I missed a moment with my daughter because I ate some Gushers my son brought home a week ago.
Yeah.
I just felt like poo and went to bed, and I normally put her to bed, and she mentioned it.
Did she?
On the way to school.
What did she say? Like, Daddy,
she said you didn't tuck me in last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
How many Gushers did you have?
None of your business.
See, it's hard to say just take one, right? With sugar.
You can't eat. Yeah. No, but I mean, that's small, but at the same time, I think it reminds me of old me when I did that a lot, when I missed a lot of bedtimes and a lot of, and I missed, I just missed a lot. Reading that, I kind of had fun with ChatGPT with this monkey story, but then I'm like, that doesn't just sound good on a podcast. Like, I really did miss a lot of my social cues with my kids.
But you're bringing that up, Danny, and I'm sitting here, and I know it sounds judging because we grew up crunchy. Serene and I were exposed. Like, I've been on cruise ships before, and I do see a lot of sugary
food. The first cruise ship you went to, you called me up and you were almost having a panic attack.
Yeah.
You were like, help me process. I don't even know how to process this. Remember that?
Yeah, but this was different because this was a sweet Christian couple, and I'm like, well, hold on, this is their drug.
Like Ace
so,
Ventura when he sees all
Yeah.
the animal heads hanging on the walls. You didn't see the movie. It's fine. Ace Ventura, Part 2, When Nature Calls.
Thank you, Ned.
He goes in. He's an animal lover,
Yeah.
and he goes in, and this guy's like, "Mr. Ventura, you'll appreciate this room," and he's purposely trying to like psych
Yeah.
him out. And he opens the door, and it's his trophy room with like mule heads and
Right.
all these, and the world's like spinning, and he's like,
Yes, so that's
He's,
Pearl
like,
going on her
losing-
first
yeah.
Carnival cruise ship, and she's all like helping to solve the blood sugar of America, and then she gets on board and she sees
Yeah,
this
I
is
see
where it's
it,
done.
and okay,
And-
but then this was new
real time.
because it was like the little sweet couple praying beforehand, but and people could say, well, Pearl, you're judging. You weren't exposed to that, and when you grow up with that, and I really do feel this is true, it is normal. Like Danny, you were saying, you grew up with sugar, so you could binge on sugar, and the body just requires more and more of it.
Till I was 30, yeah.
So, I don't want to sit here on my high horse because I've never had a breakfast like that in my life.
I don't
to
think
tell
you
the
were
truth.
sitting on a high horse. I think we've all had fun
But it
and games with
grieved me.
pride.
It
No,
grieved
yeah.
me for humanity, and I wanted to change it. I wanted to bring them the truth, but it would be so judgy if I said anything.
That conversation you had with me had no pride in it. That conversation was like raw. It was like, Serene, it's
But
so sad.
There is still such a need, Serene. Sometimes you and I think we've said it all, and we've talked till our head is, talked our face off about this, and we get sick of talking about it. But I realized people haven't yet understood or got the message yet. There's still such a need. And they were tearing their bodies down, and it was all sanctioned.
Yeah.
So this was the Monkey Sugar podcast, and I do believe it's coming to an end.
Yeah.
I feel like it was our best one yet.